There's no purpose to this message. I'm just recording a message as I kind of get dressed and tidy up the place a little bit. Been a fucking weird, been a weird day. Kind of microdosed myself into a seizure. Well, it wasn't microdosing first day, but I wasn't hit it that hard. That's not why. It was nowhere near the daily intake as the time I went to the hospital. It was like 30% of that. But I guess if you do it enough, eventually you'll have a fucking seizure. So don't do it. That really is important. Because, I don't really think, I still think you can use drugs, but you got to use them responsibly, man. It's like any tool. You use it for relaxation and an evening of fun, but, you have to fucking be able to get up tomorrow. Or at the end of the night. Otherwise, you're really not having a good time. Even, you don't want to have you don't want to have blackout experiences. You don't want to have experiences where you end up seizing. I think that we could all agree that that's bad. So, I'm sure some people out there have already written me off because I'm a guy who let himself get that far. Hey, understandable. Have a nice day. But for anybody who sticks around, well, man, just another day being human, I guess. We all go through shit sometimes. Hopefully, you can be like me, and we'll try and isolate these to a minimum. But shit happens. But at the same time, moments like this, I think, are kind of necessary. I think a lot of people... it's hard to really see things clearly until you really do have to look through some very uncomfortable perspectives and see things for how they really are. It's hard to be so objective all the time and see the truth of things. Looking at this situation doesn't look good, but I don't think that. I think what I finally realized is that it doesn't look as bad either. And sharing it will help me, more than anything. I think what happened for the last few days is I kind of started self-isolating again and, even in the small ways, putting out stupid videos about inside, that helped me a lot to just get through that day. And then not doing it made the days harder. So I looked to use, other escape routes more. Drugs should not be the first thing that you use. You should call a friend. You should go outside. There should be many things that you do before drug use becomes the thing to do for the day. So that's kind of what I think I can use this to be, as just something to do that is not unproductive, that is safe, that is healthy, and that maybe somebody will get something out of it. So going through these periods in your life helps you really kind of wake up and see what's important to you. And wow, being a lazy piece of shit isn't a bad time. Like, passing the time isn't that uncomfortable like that, but it's not very fulfilling. And not that I'm going to start inspiring you all with a very, powerfully lived life. But, it'd be nice to not be so completely alone. These messages are really, really coming together well. They always meet my expectations whenever I hit record. Anyway, what I really need to do is let it go. The idea that what I'm saying has to be perfect. For a long time, that was something that kind of held me back, was the fear of needing things to be good. If I had a social interaction, I wanted it to be good. I didn't want it to be awkward. I wanted it to be memorable. I didn't want the other person to think of it in a weird way. I want it to be a pleasant conversation. You know what I mean? You can map that out to anything. If I sent a report, if I sent up a product, if I gave a briefing, whatever thing that I was tasked to do, I wanted it to be good, in some kind of way, that it would be received well, that I would be received well, and that no undue attention would be called to myself. But that's just not the best way to go forward, I think. I need to not worry about what you guys think. Specifically, I know that some people aren't going to like what I say, and I know that some people will think that's fucking delusional. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? And some people will be like, yo, he's me. I get it. But anyway, what I want to do is let it go, man. I'm making stuff for random people on the internet to hopefully get a little bit brighter of the day, not for my brother to be like, he's saying wise words on the internet again. This guy's a fucking deranged lunatic. But I can't really worry about what mom and dad and Bob and Joe and my former girlfriend think. I just have to let it go. It doesn't really matter. We're all gonna die at the end of this game, and so even though being weirdly vulnerable on the internet is not exactly like, I didn't know that's how I was going to end up living at some point, but I guess it seems to be the best way to go about this. So that's what I guess I'll do. Anyway, we'll see you.